Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.21 mod pack. Today is episode 15, and I crafted this ritual satchel off camera. It wasn't complicated. It really is just doing more placing of items in the Striker's higher binding. And I did this because I was curious on how this functions. I know some people mentioned it, and they're really this is not great of an idea. I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool concept, but I think there's some fundamental parts missing here. So with this, you can take your chalk, put that in this bag by shift right clicking. Okay. So first things first, remember, chalk has durability. Okay. And we can go over to for example, to the Striker's higher binding and shift right click, or nope, just right click. My bad. So right click, and we do need the Dictionary of Spirits, and then we need to visualize this, and then right click again with the actual satchel. So with that, you actually do use durability of the chalks that are used inside of the ritual. Okay, so one of my problems with that is some of these chalks, such as the red chalk, does require us to get the Efreet essence. So I could just not use this and basically keep the chalk forever because I've already got them placed down. So what I'm thinking would improve this is probably having the chalks combined into it of some capacity, or have like a master chalk that can cycle through colors that's unbreakable, or have a master ritual. Because honestly, this is kind of useless in my opinion. Um, I will make a comparison to blood magic and their rituals. This is actually a very good comparison because they have the ritual diviner in blood magic that can scroll through all available rituals and does not have a secondary utility required, because you do need that Dictionary of Spirits and to visualize it to actually create your ritual. So basically, you're requiring two pieces to make one thing. And I do prefer how Blood Magic does theirs because it is just you hold shift and you scroll, and it'll go through all of the actual available rituals for that tier of Ritual Diviner, and you can then place everything. It is a pretty cool feature. I do believe it does require like the master ritual stone in the center for you to right click on, which is understandable. In this case, if they wanted to do that, you could just put the golden bowl down manually and just copy the exact same concept. But the way they're doing it with the visualization just kind of is a bit strange to me. So maybe in the future they can refine that, because I think that it's close, but the fact that you require me to have chalk, which could be a pain to make. I mean, it's not that bad, but it is something that I would just prefer not to have to do because I haven't had to do it and I have all of the rituals already. So why would I need this at the end of the day, right? Having either a master ritual or creating a concept closer to the master ritual stone from blood magic would be, in my opinion, a much better idea. I don't think it would be copying it in any capacity. I think that one of the things with mod development is kind of seeing how other people are doing things and kind of implementing it in your own way. Do I think this is a very good first step? Yes, it honestly would be super useful, especially if I were to be kind of at the point of making this, because all you need for this is to be in the Efreet tier, which requires a free essence. So immediately after, you could get this and then immediately go into making your actual higher tier rituals without needing to do all of the actual placement and everything manually. So this would be good for middle tier when you have all of your beginner rituals and then you just like, hey, I don't feel like placing this, right click. Another thing is if you saw that example that I just did, it didn't move the bowls, the actual sacrificial bowls, because it has no concept of where these need to be placed. Only the actual chalk, the spirit attuned candles, skulls, and the actual golden bowl. There's definitely some improvement that can be made, and I hope my suggestions kind of you know, can be an understanding of like, hey, this could be better, especially because it isn't cheap, right? It does require 4 ender pearls, and if you're playing occultism without, you know, R's, then it's going to be a little bit more of, hey, I just need to have either the access to the end or something else. So I like it. I just wish it was better. That's all I got to say. Okay. So, with all of that stuff being said, I think it's time for us to get into tech. We're not going to do a far push into tech yet, but I do want to start looking at a couple things. So first things first, I want to get a cardboard box. Cardboard boxes, we have a couple methods it looks like. So we have productive trees. So there is a sawmill from productive trees. Can we actually obtain this? That's not what I wanted. This one. So I do need a stone cutter. I don't know how this works. I've actually never used productive trees or ever heard of productive trees. I'm not going to lie on that one. It does look very similar to productive bees, but I'm not sure if it is made by the same mod author or not. So let's just get rid of the mechanism stuff we have over here. So oak logs. Let's look up birch. Birch is actually what I have more of, I think. Yeah. Okay. So this just works. Okay, there is no need for power. That's a little strange. No power? Okay, we'll go with it. Let me turn off tags here for a second. There we go. Okay, so we're about to get this. Ooh, and we actually do get more planks out of that. I do like that. Okay. So we do have enough for at least one cardboard box, because we're actually going to start AE2. And with the start of AE2, we're going to grab some flawless budding Certus quartz, and that will be fantastic, because that will give us pretty much an early game system. I always do flawless. If you guys ever want me to do a non-flawless setup, I could look into it. I just really don't prefer it because it is a lot more time-consuming to do. It's not difficult. I mean, we have just dire things. I could always just use just dire things to get that automated. It wouldn't be that bad of a process. So we could do it. I just don't feel like doing it right now. So we're gonna do the cardboard box method if this still functions. Hopefully it does. I don't think Dire would have disabled the block from being picked up, but you never know. I will be right back. Alrighty, so we're in our first AE2 meteorite. I don't think we've actually been inside of one. I think we've seen one that was like completely destroyed on the top, but we're in here. And we are looking for flawless, which is right here. Flawless, flawed, chipped, flawed, and damaged. And then there's one under here usually, I believe. Okay, so there's a flawless. Okay, so we got 3 flawless from this first one, which is a good start. And the rest are kind of meh. Doesn't really matter. Just going to take them out. We'll break them down further into Certus quartz blocks at the end of the day. I'm not really too concerned by that. So with these, we will then grab crystal growth accelerators and a whole bunch of other fun stuff with AE2. Let me actually gather up some more coal here. I'm trying to, but I think I'm hitting like a massive vein, so let me be right back. Alright, we're at the open face meteor, so we're going to grab whichever flawless we see here, which is not a whole lot, but that's okay. So we're just going to get rid of this stuff, and then we're going to just grab all these goodies. And that is fantastic. We also just got a guide. Where did I get the guide from? Oh, I think every time you destroy a mysterious cube, now they drop a guide. I did not actually know that one. That is new. Did not know. Another way to find these meteorites, by the way, without really using a structure compass, is for the meteorite... what is it called? Meteorite compass. This thing right here. You should be able to get this, yeah, before ever touching AE2. And this will actually guide you to where the mysterious cubes are found, I do believe, and not just the structure itself. So if I were to get this, let's actually quickly just take a look at this. So charger, throw this up here, and you could also just grab the hand crank that is inside of AE2 to power this. Hand crank, this thing right here, wooden crank. and you put this on top and you can crank it to charge things. So that is something you could do. So compass. We'll just snag this, toss this in here, gets the meteorite compass, and this will actually point us towards the closest AE2 meteorite. I believe this used to go to the mysterious cubes, but I don't know if it's actually doing that now. Let's actually just follow it. I think it's pointing us to this meteor here. So let's actually just jump to the Dracket, and if it points us there, then I'm wrong about the mysterious cube. No, it's actually not pointing us towards that. It's pointing us towards another thing, which I think is like pointing us off into the water. Right? Which is a nightmare to try and find anything in. That's okay. Let's follow it and see what happens. Let's grab a boat and a nap. Off we sail. So I want to see if I can find this, but I do think it is still pointing to mysterious cubes now and not the structures. So that is a good thing. All right, it looks like the meteorite's right here. And this should just start spinning pretty quickly once we get closer. Okay, so this is probably going to be a good... Oh, I don't have my mining gadget. I think I threw it in a charger. That's okay. We'll be quick. Okay, so mysterious cubes. So flawless. Flawless. Flawed. Okay, so we'll just take out... And it's a good idea to take out the clusters, the small ones, because you do get the Sardis Quartz dust. So that is a good thing. Okay. So we're just going to slash home. I have been working on getting some stuff together. So one of the things that I'm working on right now is getting absolutely ridiculous enchants working. And these enchants are going to be used for getting an automated Sardis Quartz system, because that's the one first thing I always want to do, is just not have to worry about it. So what I'm doing is I'm getting a whole lot of these books together. In the world, I'm not just sure what just happened. This was actually more expensive earlier. Now it doesn't seem to be. That is the right enchant. Fortune. What? I'm so confused. What is happening? Okay. That's a little bit of an odd thing. These are the exact same book. These are the exact same tool. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, so I need to get XP. I don't really know a good way to go about doing this right now. There is a decent way to do this. I just don't know what I have available at this moment. So, well, let me actually just grab a barrel here. I'm actually just going to throw this down. And this is where, like, our current project is going to be at right now. I also did grab an experience holder from Just Dire Things. And we're actually going to place this down, let's just say right here. And we are going to store all of the levels we have. And I think what I want to do is I want to go explore the end. Because we have not actually done that. I guess I do need, like, one level. Okay. So we're just going to go over to the end. And we are going to go and grab probably an Elytra. And we're just going to do it on camera. So we actually do need some ender pearls. And let's go find an end gateway. There's one right there. Let's also grab some cobblestone and the building gadget. And this should be set on build to me, range 15. Okay. Let's get over here then. Okay. So we were at the end gateway. Throw a portal. Ooh, goodness gracious. We are like right on the edge right there. And we're going to look for an end city, which we have a way to kind of get this done quicker. End _ city. Select start, right click. So 2,000 blocks in that direction. There's actually waystones over here. So let's actually just go kind of see if we can... Okay, so we can't build out. So I guess we're just going to do the bridging mod. And we're just going to cheese this here. As much as I can. Bridging mod's kind of finicky, it looked like a little bit there. Because I was trying to place like this. And then it keeps placing over to that left. I'm not sure what's up with that, but I know this mod is technically not on the current version of Minecraft. I do need to check and see if they've maybe updated it. I haven't checked in a minute, but yeah, let's just get over here. Should be able to toss an ender pearl now. There we go. Let's also grab some of this good stuff. Okay. So we're just going to try and head off this direction. So what I'm going to do for right now is actually just be right back, unless I see something interesting. Because right now it's just going to be me running through the end, staring at the ground, because of course I don't want to hit an enderman. Alright, I can 100% say that nothing has been added to the end, and this is the most barren, barren dimension. It's vanilla, basically. And I did travel out that 2,000 blocks to get here. We should also probably grab my bow and some arrows. And yeah, this is our first end city. This did take, you know, however many thousands of blocks that I showed in the first. Bridged all the way out here. And I don't think there is a boat. I think this is one of these smaller ones. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we've got a boat. So we'll check and see which one's next after this. But let's just get through this one here. Alright. Just gonna go up the middle. Okay, so there is this guy here. Looks like we've got like one up there, something on the wall. Where is this guy? Come on. There we go. Alright, let's go in here. Open up. Nope, come on. Stay open. Take me arrows. There we go. Oh, is this a bad idea? I think this is a tower one, isn't it? Hold on. Okay, and then we're gonna grab this. I really don't need any shulker shells or anything from these guys, just probably the chest, the treasure chest, if I can find any. And this is going to hurt. I'm getting ping-ponged around here. Okay. I think I just shot myself, didn't I? Goodness gracious. Do. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. Trying to get over here to the chest and see what we can see. Alright. Acid spit, diamond leggings, shovel. Nothing really too fancy. We'll take the Ender IO stuff. Oak skin. Oak skin 2 for 45 seconds. That probably is not a bad thing in any capacity. We'll probably look at that. I may even try and use this in an emergency. Oop, I just threw away my arrow. Let's grab that back out. Okay, so that wasn't awful. But of course, this is probably the smallest end city I hope we hit, because I definitely want a bigger one. Where is this other guy? I hear shots, but I'm not seeing anything. That was a mistake. Alright, building up. Okay, I think we have like one more room, but let me just take out the shulkers and stuff. This is probably not the most fascinating stuff that we're doing right now. I don't think there's any chest in this room. I don't think this is one of the treasure rooms. Oh, it actually is. Okay, so hold on. We're not going to cut the camera just yet. Okay. Almost dead. I think we get a few outside. Okay, what do we got in here? Ooh, diamonds, diamond knife, magic mirror. What is this? 1 point experience point for each use of the wormhole ability. Plus, oh, so we got wormhole. Upon using, teleports the wearer to the nearest respawn point. Ooh, okay, I will take that. That sounds fantastic. Dragon's Breath, level 6. And ours is currently level 8. So I probably don't really need that, but that's okay. Evasion. And do we have... I don't think we have anything with Silk Touch on it, right? Okay. I was going to pick up the Ender Chest. We'll get the Obsidian from it for now. Do we need End Rods for anything in this pack? Halitosis, X-Ray... Looks like Mob X-Ray, whatever that means. And a handful of other things. Okay. Yeah, we'll grab some. But I'm pretty sure we are going to look for the next end city. We'll probably have to get away from here, though. Found the next one. Super small. Just gotta clear it and move on. If I find anything in the chest, if there is a chest, then I'll show you guys. I see an amulet of teleportation. I don't actually know what this one is. Is there like a variation that's not broken? Huh. I don't know, but it's in here. Also, this was not really that eventful. Didn't really find too much. Moving on to the next. There is a When Dungeons Arise ship over here, so the end is not completely vanilla. There are structures. They must just be very, very uncommon. But I also did come across this. This is the first and second structure that I've actually seen that's non-vanilla. So these structures must not be spawning in that frequently compared to the older versions. Unless I'm just completely missing them. But this seems to be like a sunken ship just in the end island. So we're going to check this one out here. Let's see what we got. Jellyfish necklace. What is this? Electric discharge. So there's a... Okay. No upgradable stats and does not affect the quality of the relic. Power over the seas. The wearer does not sink in water. Huh. Deals damage to targets when colliding with them. Interesting. We'll snag that. Magic arrow spell. Nothing too interesting. Wonder where this points. Looks like it's probably the one behind me. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yep, there is something else. Slain creatures drop 25% more experience. I will take that. But I don't... Actually, I guess I don't really need the fire right now. And let's also change that. See if that'll actually function for us. Okay. What else was in here? A broom, evil craft. That might be useful. Instant healing 3. That'll definitely be useful. Okay. Some pretty good stuff in that chest, at least. Now let's get out of here. Does this actually allow for me to fly? Very, very slowly it does. Yes, definitely not speedy at all. And very probably limited on its capacity of flight. But, okay. On to the next one, whenever I find it. Got another relic here. Amphibian feet. Let's see. So fins accelerate swimming speed depending on its duration. Slipping increase movement speed in the rain depending on its duration, and grants players the ability to not consume air while underwater. That is actually a really nifty relic. Do I actually have a space for that one? I could throw this on, and then we're just gonna hide it because I have the. Does that look kind of funny? Yes, it does. Okay. But one for water, one for fire. So that's actually pretty cool. Nothing else that interesting, though. Just thought the relics were pretty cool. I think the relics are definitely going to be a big change. Especially because I don't really level them that much. I know that's like a thing you can do, but I kind of forget to do it. And of course, like this, I need more experience levels. So some of them I can try and do, but others I just can't. So, okay. I am tracking down another one still. I just came across that sunken ship again. And so now I am going to risk this by going over the void to see if I can get to this next one. Hopefully, this durability bar is the actual blood limit, which it looks like it is. So once I get low on it, I'll stop using this broom. But for now, we are definitely using this until I cannot use it any longer. Alright, another relic called a Shadow Glaive. Whatever this thing is. Blind Justice. Usage releases one of 8 glaive charges bouncing between nearby targets. The missing charges are restored themselves after a certain amount of time. Interesting. Huh. Definitely something intriguing. Okay. Just another end city without a ship. Just keep on keeping on. Let's check this chest before I get off here. Okay, so also in this chest, by the way, I've got a legendary ink. Ooh, this has Fortune 3 and Efficiency 5. That's not a bad pickaxe. We could definitely use that for like modular routers or something if we need to. Okay. On to the next, which I think... Okay, I have one more room. So let me get this cleared, and we'll be back here in a minute. This one has a ship, ladies and gentlemen, and it's massive. This took a little bit to find. I mean, not really that big of a deal to find it, but just took a minute. Just gonna do a waystone here. And I'm gonna just build up to this ship immediately, because I think that would probably be our best bet. Because I don't really care about the loot. I mean, yes, there's relics and stuff we could find, but right now, I just want to grab the Elytra. I don't know if I want to try and shoot for like some sort of flight as of current, but I just want to have it just in case. And I think if we do get some sort of creative flight, that would actually help us quite a bit and travel and traverse and everything just a little bit more. So we might as well just start looking at it, because I think I want to go for the Fargo's Talisman and try to avoid every other kind of flight, but I know that thing would take forever to get to. So I don't know if that's the best idea. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're about to take flight here. We're just gonna book it. Alright. Take out this guy. Oh, there's 3 chests? Because the Elytra's in here, I think, right? Yes. Perfect. Nothing too crazy in here. And nothing too crazy in here either. That is a-okay with me. We do have an Elytra. So let's just press use on this. So Fargo's Talisman requires you to make a ton of different Elytras to actually be able to get the Soul Flight Mastery 1 and 2. Because the 1 is a whole bunch of other Elytras. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different Elytras. Plus the Abominable Energy, looted from the treasure room of a Fargo's dungeon, which we still have not found, by the way. And there is no way to duplicate the Elytra in this pack. You can upgrade it. You could get the Glyph of Glide. But yeah, there is no way to make an Elytra. Oh, well, there kind of is. But I don't know anything about Thurgy. So is this thing... I wonder if this thing is actually... like something you can use to then craft more of it. I don't know. Maybe we'll look at Thurgy. But for now, I think we're good to get out of here. I don't really know if I want to loot the rest of this right now, because I was kind of just here for the Elytra. I guess we'll also grab the dragon's head. That's up here as well. Don't know if this has any uses. Like, specifically dragon head uses. Ah, dragon's breath. Okay. And the tier 4 dimensional storage stabilizer. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is, for right now... I do need some sort of flight. Hold on. We've already put the waystone down, so we're just going to teleport back home. There is the Ars Navu stuff, the tier 3 glyph here, which does require air essence. We could get this, and I think you can combine this with launch to actually make a flying thing. So let's go for that. Do we have any rabbit's hide, though? 3. And then the air essence requires a Wilden wing. Let me just toss some stuff away here real quick, because I don't need any of this stuff right now. Okay. So, Wilden wing. Let me just, like, bookmark these real quick. Feather. Arrow. And we'll go grab the source gems here in a second. So if we can make a spell that will propel us forward, this would be a game changer, because then we have some sort of flight. Not like the best flight in the world, but still flight nevertheless. And I think that would help us traverse. And maybe we will get Fargo's Talisman sooner rather than later. Let me grab a chest here. And then source gems. So we need at least 2 of these. Alright, now let's grab our spell book. And we want to learn a few things here. So we are looking for glide, select, not enough XP. Let's see if the Drigme have made anything for us in the way of XP. They have, and I also do need a totem, because I did die. In the end, I crashed the broom, and it broke. I don't 100% know how I crashed the broom, but I did. So, it kind of hit an entity and then exploded. So I don't know if that's like a intended feature or not. I would assume it is, but I've never used Evil Craft, so that is something we may look into sooner or later. Okay, so there is that one. So this will give us the glyph of glide. And then we also want to look at the glyph of launch. Okay. So right click. So to create a spell of this, actually no, I don't want to do that. I want to keep one as dispel. So self launch glide. Too powerful. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Do we have witherproof anything in the current version of this pack? Because we don't have mob grinding utils. Do we have any kind of indestructible glass? We have like reactor, obscured, black strengthened glass. Maybe that would hold something? But what is the original color? This one? So it looks like just glass and an ingot of some kind. And we'll try it. I don't know if it is. So that was water buckets. So let's just grab like a good handful of buckets. That's a good handful. Then we have a sink over here. Okay. And then we need like some sort of powder. Saltpeter. I don't think we have any saltpeter. I think we have saltpeter ore though. So this can only be squeezed down to get us a little bit out of here. Okay, it looks like about 5. Okay. All right. And then we take this. We put that in there. Can we go for like copper? No. So it's got to be probably Railcraft specific. And I don't know if this will take a wither hit, by the way. That is something we're about to just wing it and see. If not, we can do it in the end and call it a day. Probably want to make this in this dimension, because if stuff blows up, who cares? So let's just go... So it's going to be 3... in the center, and then you're going to double insulate the walls. And it looks like these things have somewhat connectivity, but not full connectivity, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so 3 by 3, and then it's going to be 3 tall, so this is going to be your head. Okay. So then you just create the box. You do need to do the floor, which I'll do here in a second. But this should be golden. And this hopefully is witherproof. It may not be. And this may completely and utterly fail. But that is a-okay. We will figure it out if it does. Alrighty. This thing is built. It is moment of truth, if this will actually work. Soul sand. And skulls, which I think... Yeah, I need to go back home. Because I don't have the Drigme skulls. Or the Drigme drops going into any of the systems. That'll be something we do when we fully get into AE2. Is get everything tied together. Okay, so we need some of these. We're just going to slash home to make this quicker. And then this is probably going to blow up in our face. But hey, at least we tried, right? This is going to be awful. This is definitely not going to work. We shall see. Will this hold a wither? It isn't going to. Okay. This is wonderful. This was a mistake. This was a mistake, man. Not what I meant to do. This is an awful first attempt, ladies and gentlemen. I just hope he doesn't blow up the portal, because that would be a problem. You know what? We do have an escape without leaving this dimension. I don't know. Does he actually get hurt by spells? Okay, nope. Not a good idea. He's not going to come down here, is he? I did not mean to throw that. Run! Come on! This is such a bad idea. I don't think we have anything that is witherproof, though, in the pack as of current. So that is something. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way of getting in the end and using the end portal to take this guy out, I think. Hope he's down to melee. Oh, pop the totem. I don't have another one. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Okay. Goodness. Okay, that did fail. That was worth a shot, though. I don't think we have anything that is for this. What happened to EMI? There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have anything. Blast proof resistance to him. That kind of sucks. Okay. Yeah, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Which is obsidian and the end dimension. Do I have... Yeah, I grabbed enough skulls. I want to see if this one will work. End city. Or not end city, end island. So I have to remember how this placement functions. Because it is a little finicky. And you have to place it just right or it will not work. But hey, we took out our first wither by hand, and that is a-okay. I haven't done that in a minute, honestly. In modded Minecraft, I haven't taken out a wither without a kill box in a long time. I only died once. Good thing I had a totem on me. Alright. Just gonna excavate this area here. I think I may need to go back one more. Yeah, I'll need to go back one more. We should be good for now, though. Okay, so we are looking for the center of this, which should be 2 blocks in. 1, 2. So 1, 2. This is the center. So I do believe this is how you would set this. Because he should spawn where the last head is, I do believe. I may be mistaken, and we may have another wither fight on our hands, but that is okay. Whatever we gotta do. Until we figure out things. Or I could just look it up and avoid it, but what's the fun in that? Alright. Nope, placed the soul sand wrong. I think he is too high. He's gonna escape. And he's gonna hurt me really badly here for a second. Okay, yes. I think I saw what I did wrong at the last second there, too. Perfect. Okay. So, I think what I did wrong... So, he spawns at the tail, not the head, like I thought. So, we just need to take this out. I think we basically need to have the tail be at the center point of this. And maybe I need to be down a block? I don't know. Let's try down a block. Let me get this stuff removed here real quick. Okay, so we're going to try this again here. I actually already messed up here. Hold on. I guess I really didn't have to fix this, but I'm going to. Okay. So, we're going to try this one more time. So, soul sand here. Skull, skull, skull. And now he should be trapped inside of the end portal. Or the bedrock, I should say. And this should be exactly what we need. And just smack him down. Quickly set Okay, you don't know what I just did. That was Extreme Sound Muffler. It's a fantastic mod, client-side as well, so you don't have to hear things on servers if you don't want to. But I pressed 0 and then clicked Set Anchor and then turned off the wither sound. So when I'm in the end in this area, we basically will never hear anything like explosions, the wither, anything that I just disabled. So I'm going to run through this a few times between this episode and next, and hopefully this will actually be a way to get me some experience, because I do need to get the AE2 stuff started next episode. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.